rubber hands, bad comb-overs, the Amish, fake priests, bowling, crusty landlady, and milking bulls are all words that you might expect as answers in Cards Against the Humanity. Tonight, we combine them all into one movie. Tonight, we're talking about Kingpin.
And now, our feature presentation.
Fussy. Who hired this crew?
What's your favorite scary movie?
I'm smart, you're dumb. I'm big, you're little. I'm right, you're wrong.
Show me the money!
Are you too good for your home? Answer me!
Baby, you are so money and you don't even know it.
Yeah. I thought this was good.
Oh, boys! I'm back!
That it ends with him as we talk about this movie today. Welcome in, everybody, to 52/1996, a live movie conversation podcast where we take a step back in time, 30 years, and we dig into the films of 1996, one movie at a time. I'm your host, Cody, and again this week I am joined by Joseph as we break down the movie Kingpin. If this is your first time hanging out with us, welcome in. We are happy to have you. The idea is pretty simple. Every week for 52 weeks in the year, we revisit a different movie released in 1996 or 30 years ago. If you go back and watch some of our other years that we've done here, we dig into the vibe, standout performances, some trivia, and if it survives a modern watch. And we've been celebrating films with our theme Fools this month, where we are spotlighting comedies from 1996. But before we jump into talking about our movie today, let's talk to our guest. Joseph, how are you doing?
I'm good. How you doing, Big Ern?
Big Ern. Ernie McCracken is the name, and bowling is my game. Brother Hezekiah. You're lacking
bowling is the real question.
You're lacking a beard.
I didn't get my grandma didn't have one, so I didn't get that gene.
If I tell you that kind of thing like grosses me out more than any, like blood and guts have nothing on me, but an old woman with hair on her face that's one of my things. I've got a great.
Everybody's got things.
Everybody's got things, and that's mine. Everybody's got a vice,
Everybody's got. I've only got one though.
I only got one vice. No, how did you? When did you watch this movie?
Man, so when I saw this movie entirely this time, I think that might be the first time I've seen it all the way through.
Yeah,
I definitely remembered parts of it, but there were several parts where I was like very surprised about what was happening. So
yeah, this one was not like on my radar in 96. Obviously, we were both young at that time, and probably, Dumb and Dumber was a big part of our childhood and everything. But Kingpin was not really on my radar so much. I do remember seeing pieces of it when I was young, but I did not watch this movie until much later in my life. Probably a few years ago, honestly.
Yeah, I think this may be the first year I've seen it front to back. So,
and I used to confuse this. I used to confuse this movie, and I think this is, it's almost like Armageddon and Deep Impact or Volcano and Dante's Peak coming out. I often thought that this movie came out the same year that Big Lebowski came out, and used to get those two confused. They were both bowling movies.
How many bowling movies are there?
To say that Big Lebowski is a bowling movie is very
true.
It's not really a bowling movie.
Yes.
But yeah, I used to confuse these movies a lot. So yeah, this is the first time. This is probably the second time I've seen it all the way through, and I think I was a little bit more gracious the first time I watched it, and this time around I was like, "Oh, what's going on?"
What's going on?
What's going on here? So, yeah, interesting movie. As we're rounding out our comedy month, we've got one more week with us with another banger. I can't wait to talk about next week. But before we get into Kingpin and before we talk about it, Happy Alien Day
For those who celebrate.
for those who celebrate, including you, brother Hezekiah.
Today is the 26th, isn't it? I didn't even realize
You
it.
didn't even know.
I'm slacking.
You
Time's
see-
flying.
You see this? You see this up here? What's going on over here?
Is that what's going on?
That's Alien, baby. 426.
Luckily, I always have some something nearby just in case.
Always got an alien thing. Oh, look at that. Is that the popcorn bucket?
Little man. Yeah, this is the least functional popcorn bucket I've ever purchased. So,
Well,
there you go.
it's
Looks
got
cool.
nothing. It's got nothing on the sandworm.
The sandworm.
The sandworm
Yeah.
that was released. I do love that popcorn. I would never eat popcorn out of it, but that's a pretty cool thing. And if you're just joining us after 4 years of this, Joseph's a huge fan of Alien. Probably one of his favorite movies. Favorite franchises? Would we say? Go ahead.
Probably, yeah.
Not your favorite movie, but one of them. You're a spaceman.
It's-
You love
It's
a
up there.
space.
Love
movie.
space. Love the Xeno.
Not the most. Not you don't hate the Predator.
Yeah,
he's-
I
but
don't hate
that's-
the Predator. He's just not as scary.
I do think that. I mean, I know we're going off on a tangent because it is Alien Day. So again,
Have to.
But I think, Alien 1 and 2, Alien and Aliens are better than any of the Predator movies that have come out. I will say that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love
There have been
both
some good Predators.
and they have been making really good. Like Prey was
The-
really good. I haven't seen
Prey
the newest one. I haven't
It's
seen
pretty
the animated movie. Is it a movie or a show?
It's a movie. It's shorter. I think it was under an hour and a half.
Okay. Yeah, I haven't seen that, but I really liked Prey when it came out. That was good. That was a good time. And I like
Yeah.
the original Predator. I think I've probably seen Predator 2 more than any of them, and it's not a great movie. But just like all Arnold Schwarzenegger movies, like I'm just like, hell yeah, this is great. I ain't got time to bleed. You and I talked about Running Man
Miners.
last week in a separate conversation. We talked about the Running Man and how it's not a great movie, the Arnold Schwarzenegger one, but it's more. I felt like it was more fun. I don't know.
I think I agree with that.
Yeah,
Remake's okay.
remake's okay, but if you have other stronger opinions on that, feel free to let us know. I don't care, but feel free to have an opinion.
Shout out your favorite Alien movie in the chat.
Yes, everybody put your favorite Alien movie.
Since I know everyone loves it.
And if you don't have a favorite Alien movie, just put your favorite Alien movie in.
Ooh.
See what I did there?
I see what you did
Okay,
there.
cool. Well, we're not here to talk about Alien, even though Alien is playing on the VCR back there. We are here to talk about Kingpin, and we're going to learn a little bit more. Let's go through some of the the more details about Kingpin and learn about a little bit more about it before we dive into some categories that will fuel our conversation. So Kingpin, that's the name of it. It came out July 26, 1996. It is directed by Peter and Bobby Farrelly. You probably know them best from their smash hit and success movie, Dumb and Dumber. Maybe you've heard of it. Also, the Farrelly brothers are very famous for other things, Me, Myself, and Irene being one of them. There's Something About Mary. Maybe you've heard of it. Also, they have an Oscar win under their belts for Best Picture. Crazy. For Green Book. I know it's one of the more contentious Best Picture wins, but yeah, Green Book is technically a Farrelly Brothers movie. So I don't know if it was both Farrelly Brothers. Yeah, pretty much. So this is our third set of siblings that we have directing films around this time. I said siblings because we've already covered the Coen brothers this year. We've also covered the Wachowskis, who would go on to do The Matrix this year. Now we have Peter and Bobby joining us again. So Nice little duo here. Now, they didn't write this movie. It was written by Barry Finaro and Mort Nathan. I think those are fake names, but I should have looked up more about them. Those are weird names. And the cast includes Woody Harrelson as Roy Munson, Randy Quaid in here as Ishmael Borg, Vanessa Angel as Claudia, Bill Murray as Ernie, Big Ern McCracken, Lynn Shay as Mrs. Doomers, the landlady, and Rob Moran as Stanley Osmansky. And then we also have Chris Elliott in here as the gambler, who we see briefly in this movie. There's a couple other people that have floating around in here, but that's our main crew that we've got going there. Synopsis that I pulled from Google says that Roy Munson is a young bowler with a promising career ahead of him until a disreputable colleague, Ernie McCracken, tricks him into participating in a con game that ends with Roy's bowling hand crippled for life. Yeah, I would say crippled is more than taken off, maybe.
Yeah.
Just clean off. I've always been terrified of those bowling ball return things because of this movie.
Because of this movie?
Yeah. I was like, man, those things are serious. Do not stick your hand in there. Years later, Roy ekes out a hard scrabble existence until he discovers Amish bowling phenom Ishmael with the help of a gangster's girlfriend. He plots to take Ishmael to the top of the bowling world. Now, this movie had a budget of $25 million. Unfortunately, it didn't make back that much of its money. It did make a little bit of a profit, but only $32.2 million at the box office. Critics didn't absolutely love this. I do have some surprises with the critics, though. We 51% on Rotten Tomatoes, so very middle of the road there. IMDb has this at a 6.9 out of 10. Hey-o. And Letterboxd has this at a 3.3 out of 5. What do you think Roger Ebert gave this movie?
He doesn't like comedy, so
yeah,
give me bad, right?
Yeah, so out of 4, what do you think he gave?
Out of 4? 2.
All right, he gave. You're wrong. He gave this movie a 3.5 out of 4.
You bear trapped me.
I bear trapped you so hard there. 3.5 out of 4.
Oh man, he was in a good mood watching this one.
He was like, this movie's not as good as Fargo, but it's pretty close. That's not what he said, but he did say in Kingpin, I laughed like that again and again. No doubt the movie is vulgar and tries too hard for some of its laughs. I'm reminded of Mel Brooks's defense of The Producers, where he says the movie rises below vulgarity. Some of the gags don't work, and yet I laughed at the Farrelly brothers' audacity in trying them. And the humor isn't just gags and punchlines, but one accomplished comedic performance after another.
I don't know.
Yeah. We'll talk. Jonathan Rosenbaum, who is often on the other side of Roger Ebert, he said this bad taste comedy about bowling champs from the dudes who brought you Dumb and Dumber decide to go scummy and scummier by blatantly ripping off several scenes from The Hustler and The Color of Money and cracking endless gags about an ugly woman, the Amish, the hero's artificial hand, and the bimbo heroine's breasts. There's Jonathan for you. This movie does not have a legacy, as in it didn't make any awards. Although I will say this made Gene Siskel's top 10 movies of 1996.
They watched it together, huh?
Yeah, they loved Kingpin. They loved this movie.
That surprises me.
Crazy. Top 10 of 96.
I think it's my least favorite of the 4 we've watched so far this month. Like,
maybe it is of mine. Yeah. All right, but let's
miss.
I mean, there are so many funny parts in this movie. I think.
Yeah.
I just don't know if I think this is a great movie.
The whole movie doesn't make any sense.
You know what it reminds me of, and I don't know if you've seen this, or maybe you haven't seen it in a long time. Caddyshack. Like, I know that's not not in my pairings or anything. Caddyshack is such a mess of a movie. And I know I'll get some people in the chat or haters out there that might say, whoa, you're stepping on Caddyshack. Go back and watch Caddyshack, and I want you to think of it as a story and see how well it really works as a as a full story. You remember your scenes. You remember things from Caddyshack that are very, very funny. And I think this movie does the same thing. There are very funny scenes in this movie, but I do not know how well it works for me.
I think there's some really big problems.
Yeah, Caddyshack is my biggest comparison to this, just in the way it's filmed.
Yeah, it's been talk about it a long time.
I read a book about Caddyshack and the filming of Caddyshack, and it is crazy that movie even got made. The amount of cocaine that was on that was out there.
Just
their cocaine budget was probably bigger than the actual movie budget.
Can you build the cocaine budget into the movie budget?
I mean, I'm sure they did. I'm sure they did. Hell of a drug, I've heard. Hell of a drug.
On them, you know?
Hell of a drug. So let's go ahead and let's break down. Let's get out of the cocaine world here. Let's break down the best scenes in this movie or scenes that really stand out to you. So what do you want to start with?
What do I want to start with? I guess, I mean, we get some intro stuff, but I think my first actual scene is Roy and Ernie meeting, and then I lump that in with the accident, not an accident,
yeah,
assault, the dismemberment. I don't know what you want to call it.
Yeah, Roy losing his hand because
his bowling hand.
Yes, his bowling hand. Of course, they go hard. And how is that not a crime? Why are we not? There's blood. There's got to be blood everywhere.
Because it's it's like an underground bowling thing happening, right? Like they're doing illegal stuff. So they probably got the cops on the bankroll, you know?
That's true. With a priest that's not even really a priest.
That just rips the collar off.
What a turn. Yeah, this is honestly I think the movie starts out fairly sincere in its comedic start. Even though we know this is going to be a comedy, I think it starts out in a very earnest way. We get introduced to Roy, and he's very young at this time, probably just out of high school, and he's a really good bowler. He's a state champion for bowling, and he goes out on the road with the bowling league and wins his first tournament, the Odor Eaters tournament of '79. He's a champion of that. Comes across this guy with a great curly fro thing going on here for Bill Murray with Ernie's hair here, who we do learn that pours sugar in the tank
allegedly.
No proof except for a giant bag of sugar in his. Why you got that
for
sugar?
Baking. What do you say? It's for baking.
Yeah, it's for baking. Why you got that bag of sugar back there, Ernie? So dastardly plan already, but he takes him under his wing. You got to earn some money on the tour. It starts him in on his hustle. They're dictionary salesmen, and it's you've seen this hustle in movies and TV forever. Not necessarily this one, but versions of this hustle. Whether they were talking about The Color of Money or The Hustler, or when Uncle Phil runs the table in Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. If you remember that, that's a good episode. That's a good episode of Fresh Prince.
That's a good deep cut.
How does the hustle ever work for people? Is it just the audacity?
The 70s? I don't know.
But they show it in movies and TV all the time, and I'm just are we that dumb? That
before the internet,
do we always have just the ego that we're no way I'm getting hustled, I'm better than these guys? It's gotta be, right? The audacity
it's
of
all
man.
Men, right? So,
of course.
Yeah.
It's the audacity of man. So they win, and then they get trapped in a car, and they're gonna get the crap beat out of them. And Roy he's like, hey, we got to take our lumps. And so Roy gets out of the car, and Ernie, why didn't he do that in the first place?
Because he wanted to hurt him.
Oh, I guess that's true.
Yeah.
Man.
He's a bad guy.
To lose your hand? That's crazy. In a bowling thing?
In a bowling, what do you call that?
I don't even know it. The ball return? Yeah, I don't.
Yeah.
What's in there that It's gonna cut off somebody's hand.
I don't know. I did try to like find out like what's the worst thing that could happen, but I couldn't get a definitive answer from the internet. So
who knows? Who knows?
We'll never. It's a mystery what's going on.
It is a mystery. No,
I did love the cut as his hands getting its thing in the machine. It cuts to a wood chipper 17 years later.
It's a good cut. It's a
Great cut.
That's like one of the best editing choices they have in this movie, because there's some bad editing in this movie.
Quite a bit.
No, that's great editing. That's such an old school move too. Like, we're not going to show you the violence. We're going to show you this thing and let you infer what happens. That's good. That's like some 40s editing there. So good on them.
Loved it. Yeah.
Oh, what's your next scene?
So after that, what are we? 17 years.
17 years in
the event.
Yeah.
And Roy's got a hook hand and a prosthetic that goes over it. He's, balding, lost his lovely long hair, got a crazy comb over situation going. He's dodging rent with this shithole duplex or whatever, and his landlady is really uncomfortable.
This, I think, I don't know how you watch this movie, but anything but above like 720p quality makes her look even worse than like I need her to look. She looks so gross.
She looks copy and pasted out of like a horror movie. Like, I don't know. She's terrifying. But yeah. And we get a lot of her. I don't know if you watched, however you watched it, but the end credits, like, if you go all the way to the end credits,
I did not.
Blues Traveler.
I did not.
Like another little like bit of her doing her.
Is she doing the thing?
But it's like it's almost like an outtake, because then you hear him say cut and she just starts laughing. But it goes on for like 30 seconds and I'm just
she is gross, disgusting. Her skin is like my biggest problem. Like and rightfully this is, oh my God. You think you have like yellowed teeth, and then you see somebody like that, and you're like, okay, I'm not that bad.
Brown.
Yeah, those things should not be still in. They're probably hanging on for dear life in her mouth.
Yeah.
Just, like, oh God, so bad. Funny bit here though. I like the setup with the robber who pulls a knife on. Like, good con. A great
good con.
Gets the coffee thrown in his face. He's like, oh, it was cold coffee. You're fine. And then he heats up another coffee in there.
Does it again.
What is he doing in here? Yeah, that's so good.
That's great.
But basically, he's got to find a way to make money, because he's
got to pay his rent another way,
struggling because nobody's buying the novelty condoms to stick in the fun machine in a bowling alley. Doesn't even have one.
Which I think is the biggest irony of this entire movie when we think about the ending. But we'll get there.
Whatever. Yeah, but at the bowling alley that he's trying to, sell bowling supplies to and novelty condoms and whatever to, he hears the sound of a strike happening, but not just any strike. One of the most glorious strikes. You just hear it. Didn't have to see it. He can just hear it. That's how good Roy is at this whole bowling thing. And that's where we meet Ishmael for the first time. An Amish man who sneaks away to go bowling and becomes the plot point for this whole movie.
Ishmael.
Call me Ishmael.
Yeah. And he's got the great blonde locks going, I think that was another like selling point. It's like, man, I used to have hair like that.
He does. It's so funny because I feel like Woody Harrelson has that same haircut in the Hunger Games movies.
Oh yeah,
I think they just took the wig from Ishmael and put it on him in that movie.
Yeah.
So
why not?
that's good. So we got Randy Quaid playing Ishmael here, and he's got a talent, and Roy wants to exploit that talent and go take him to this tournament where they'll, it's for $1 million tournament, split it 50-50. I'll coach you, you bowl. Sounds great. Ishmael wants no part of that whole thing.
Doesn't sound great.
Which leads to
can't do it, man.
That leads to my next scene.
Okay.
Which is, I put Roy becomes Amish.
Brother Hezekiah.
Yeah. He shows up. He's got the full beard, which I think you can only have a beard if you have if you're married and you have kids.
Is that how it works?
I think that's the rule. Like you only grow. I don't know. I haven't been Amish in a while. And I promise we're not offending anybody Amish here because they'll never see this. So
you never know.
You never
might have
know.
some Amish people in the crowd right now.
Type 1 in the chat if you're Amish. Give me a W in the chat for all the Amish people.
In the chat.
No, they'll never watch this. No, Roy tries to entice Ishmael by going and working out on the farm, milking the cows,
infiltrating the family.
And that's where like the absurdity kind of comes in. At this
first
point.
Big taste of like,
yeah, like whoa, we don't have any. Oh my gosh, we only have a bull. And Roy, there's like a barn raising, and he brings the family in, and the family also. This is another plot point they throw out here that they're about to get foreclosed on their land, so they need $500,000 to do this. So Ishmael decides that he needs to.
That's the exact amount of money I might win.
Yeah. So Ishmael decides that he needs to go with Roy and explore this. Anything stick out to you from this scene specifically, other than the milking of the bull?
Milking of the bull. This is where kind of like the Dumb and Dumber vibes really started coming in, where you're just like, man, they're both idiots, like in their own different ways. Like, how do you get udders confused with a giant bull penis?
Clip it.
And then, but I did, it really made me laugh hard when they're like raising the barn wall and the dinner bell goes off and
he just leaves.
That's
funny. Everybody's injured after that. They all beat up.
Mad. Yeah. And he's funny. Just sitting down eating.
That's how they do. That's how the Amish do things in Ohio, not in Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Drop everything for.
And a lot of this movie was filmed on location in Pennsylvania.
Okay.
Yeah.
In Scranton?
No. I do not actually think they filmed in the Scranton area, or even in like the Amish area that you would typically associate in Pennsylvania. I looked up filming locations. Obviously, Alyssa, my fiance, is from Pennsylvania, so I was curious to shout out. So I was curious to see like where they filmed it. And they actually filmed a lot of it closer to Pittsburgh in their area.
Okay.
No, I'm not. There are Amish places everywhere in that region. But yeah, filmed in Pittsburgh and outside of Pittsburgh in several areas there. So a little fun fact for you, for all my Pennsylvanians out there or Pittsburghers. How's that? How's those hockey playoffs going for you?
Yikes.
Got him. Yeah, so he eventually does leave and go with Roy to start his little journey, cross-country journey. And one of the things I like in movies is a road trip movie.
You love a road trip movie.
I do love a road trip movie.
I know you do. I'm not being sarcastic.
I love a road trip movie. One of my movies that I picked to pair this with is a road trip movie.
It's probably the same one that
you
picked.
Got. Yeah, probably.
There's too many similarities.
Too many similarities there. Even with the band playing. Yep, it's perfect. But Planes, Trains, and Automobiles is a great movie. Midnight Run is a great road trip movie. Due Date, I think, is another good one. It's okay, but I love a road trip movie because it just puts two funny people in a car together that are annoyed with the other one. So I don't know. I'm a sucker for a road trip movie.
Road Trip.
Road Trip's a great road trip movie. Euro Trip.
Euro Trip.
Slept on.
I kind of like Euro Trip.
I love Euro Trip.
It's been I said that it's been a long time since I've seen it.
I need to watch that movie again. That's a high school memory for me. That's a pairing that you got.
It is now.
What's your next scene?
Oh, so yeah, we start the journey. Whoa. And yeah, that gets us to well, this is not really like a scene, but I think it is very important to the rest of the movie. Like, we get to Ishmael's first game, and he has to this point presented himself as a guy who scores in the 270s on average.
Which is a great bowler.
Unless you're talking about 15 frames instead of 10 frames, which kind of combined like the bit that he had already said about Amish people doing everything 1.5 times harder or more
than the English folk.
Yeah, than English folk. So we find out in a normal game he bowls a 186, and Roy is like, "Oh no, what have I done?"
Yeah, big mistake. What's that? When's the last time you were bowling?
96, maybe.
96?
No. That's a joke. It has probably been 10 plus years since I've been in a bowling alley.
What's the highest score you've ever had?
I think I broke 200 one time.
Dang, bro.
One time.
Still,
I bet like 160 to 180 was probably my average.
Dang, you're decent bowler.
That's not that good, isn't it?
I mean, for 300 for a person that doesn't bowl ever, like, that's pretty good.
We used to bowl. We used to bowl quite a bit. Growing up in the church, that was one of the.
That's a good wholesome activity, man.
You go bowl.
You go bowl.
Just stay away from the bar. Stay out of the back room where all the nonsense is going on.
The back room, the arcade. That's where I wanted to go at the bowling alley, is the arcade. No, I was in a bowling league last year, and it was probably it was fun. It was an interesting time. We had a huge team. We had like 10 people on our team. So we really only got to bowl like one game every time that we bowled. Alyssa was thrilled to get close to 100 whenever she bowled. I bowled better than I've ever bowled in my entire life while being in that league. I think I bowled like 160 one time, which was huge for me. Big moment for me. But it was fun. Yeah, if here's a shout out. They didn't sponsor this at all, but I think it's called Better Off Bowling or something like that. They're all over the country. You can join these little these leagues that are just for fun. You get a T-shirt. You get to meet people. It was a good time. They did not sponsor this stream, so I'm shouting it out. We're not friends with any of those people still to this day. We tried. We tried, and it got weird. Some people are just weird. It's okay. Yeah. It's okay. It's not for everybody, but it was a good time. It got us out of the house. It was like in February, when you're inside a lot. So it was a good time. But yeah, I was impressed with my bowling. But now I kind of want to bowl with you if you're.
Well, maybe I'm
throwing 160s on average.
One thing I do remember about bowling for me is that my wrist like wears out very quickly.
Ooh, you need a guard.
Game one would usually be peak, and then we're dropping off from there.
There for a while, when I would just go to bowl, I would try the spin. Like, I would try to put spin on the ball. I would do it perfectly one time, and I'd get a strike, and then from that point on, nothing. Just gutters, everything. Just one beautiful bowl, and then it was all downhill from there.
What my go-to technique was always, I did
wolf pack,
wolf pack in the holes.
Yes.
and then I would do backspin straight down the middle.
Ooh.
I don't know why that worked for me.
That worked for you though. I like it. Hey,
So
if you're a bowler in the chat, is this your movie? Do you love this? Is this your favorite movie? Is this your favorite bowling movie, or is it Big Lebowski? Are there any other bowling movies?
I mean, I'm sure they're out there. Not like big ones.
Probably on Tubi.
Ooh, I bet there's some good bowling.
I bet there's some bowling movies on Tubi. Absolutely,
you can find something.
Yeah. All right, back to now. Now we've done our bowling discussion. What are some? What's the next scene? I'm sorry.
We get so after that we get like the training montage where he's like teaching him how to get better, and then we end up at their first hustle or attempted hustle, which leads them. The guy at the bowling alley is like, "Oh yeah, good try, guys. I remember." What does he say? How does this one go again?
Yeah, how's this little hustle go again?
Yeah.
And then he sets him up.
Yeah, then he takes him to a cash game off the grid at this
gangster's house.
Yeah, I get. Is that what he is? Who is he? What does he do?
What does he do? Stanley. Stan the man.
Stan the something.
And the guy that barks. Which I did think was pretty funny. That's all that guy did was just bark at them.
And one of my biggest disappointments in the whole movie, honestly,
is that he didn't keep barking.
He is on my list of scene stealers, except the scene at the end. He doesn't bark one time.
I know, they ruined it. They just should have kept the whole barking.
It's just one bark. That's all we need.
It reminds me of Rob Riggle in Step Brothers when he's just like, pow, pow. Are you saying pow?
Man,
that's a good recasting for that guy. Is Rob Riggle? Put him in there.
Honestly,
that's a good one.
I like that.
And we get this whole over the top comedy section when Ishmael is bowling and he's doing a really good job, and then Claudia gets up to go get him a drink, and then there's she's trying to seduce him a little bit and throw off his game. She's got hard nips going on.
Was that intentional?
Yes, that's
or was it coincidental?
Because
that's where I thought they were going.
Yes, but then it didn't seem that way.
But then when he goes and does the same thing, it reverses the bit.
Yeah, I don't know. It was weird.
Yeah, little not sloppy. What's the word I'm looking for? A little disjointed, maybe right there. But it was funny to see his giant.
But they get really mad because he doesn't have the money to. He never had the money to begin with. His bankroll was fake money. But I'm like, you lost anyway.
Yeah.
So just let him.
I mean, I get it to a degree. It's the principle. What if I would have won? You wouldn't have had money to pay up. But that didn't happen.
They lost. So
yeah, I knew we were gonna win, so I didn't have to worry about it.
Yeah. And then Claudia escapes with them after they try and hurt them again.
After she's getting beat up on in the other room.
Oh my God! Why?
In the middle of all this comedy, he's just like, "Can I talk with you in the other room?" And then you just hear,
terrible.
But I'm glad she got out of there.
Glad she did too. I did. And then we get more. We get more to this road trip. We have more than a duo. We have a trio. Yes, trying to go across the country, make it to this bowling tournament. She's going to help them get money. She's going to fund them. She's going to, pull her tricks to help them win games and con these people even more, which is good.
Yeah.
Which I do. I kind of enjoy.
She's got that. Yeah, she's got that seductive distraction thing down to a T, except for the farmers where they had to bring in the sheep. Which was just so silly.
Out of control. So funny.
But yeah, I love that whole like bit with them going around and her. There's still like this kind of like tension between Roy and Claudia. They're not really like on the same page, kind of just like dealing with each other to get to the money.
Yeah. And then they get a blow up, and we're at the hotel where Roy tries to ditch her, and then she ends up, seeing that scheme through. And then they get into a fight scene, which is pretty funny. But then Ishmael leaves because he realizes that they were just using him to, make money, and he's going to go home. And
I guess.
Well, he's not even going to go home. He's like, he can't go home.
Just a drifter. Yeah.
He's just going to be a drifter with sweet hair.
He's just going to do drag at the nightclub.
2 thumbs up on that.
It's incredible. Oh man. Yeah.
But yeah, they put it behind them, and they get together and they try and go find Ishmael. So what's your next scene?
Yeah, we get like the whole like hometown return during all of that too, which was like, whatever, we don't need this.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're friends now, and they find Ishmael at the club, get him out of there, and reinvigorate the journey to Reno for the money.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what the timing is on all of this, but I guess we have plenty of time to still make it to the tournament.
Yeah. They make it to Reno, get to the tournament.
Yeah. And then I guess my next and close to final scene is the tournament.
Yeah, the bowling tournament. There's a lot that happens while they're in Reno.
Oh yeah.
Because they meet, they see Big Earn is there, which is Roy has hated Big Earn for the last 17 years because of all the trouble he's gotten him into. And then Claudia also has a connection to Big Earn as well. And then Ishmael tries to defend their honor. He punches a wall, breaks his hand. So he's not going to be able to bowl. And then they say that Roy has to bowl.
Roy's got to do it. Meanwhile, Claudia gets claimed back by Stan and disappears. Yeah. Just everything goes to shit all at once.
And Roy bowls, and he ends up bowling really, really well with the prosthetic, the rubber hand that he has there. He gets coined the Rubber Man as he's making it through the tournament. And then we get down to our final showdown of Ernie and Roy. And during this time, Ishmael's brother finds him and takes him back home while they're, in their final showdown. And sadly,
yeah, you get kind of you get that kind of moment that's not always present in these type of movies, and the good guy loses.
Yeah.
A little bit of a different flavor. So
it is a different flavor. I liked it though. I kind of like that turn. There's not a lot I loved about this movie, but there are certain moments where I'm like, yeah, there is a good movie in here. I know it.
Yeah, I think so too. But the bald spot comb overs was one of my
the hair, the makeup in this is so good.
the battle of the hairstyles is insane.
And then we get the end of our movie, which is like the reconciliation of everything. Roy loses, but he doesn't lose everything. He gets a Trojan sponsorship because he's known as the Rubber Man, and which is worth $500,000. So he's sitting okay. He's doing okay.
And he's got experience, condom salesman.
That's right. He does have that. And he's got his confidence back too. He can bowl. He's not, limited by his disability. He can get back on the circuit. He can bowl now and win some tournaments. He's got some confidence. He's not blaming anybody anymore. Claudia comes back randomly after
kind of like into him now. Or
yeah,
like I guess. it kind of, we don't really get like any build up to that per se, but it happens.
And they save the
yeah,
farm.
Save the Amish land, and yeah.
Fairy
Fairy tale ending.
So, who's your favorite character and or scene stealers?
Okay, I did mention the henchman guy that was doing all the barking. I'm still throwing him on the list, even though he didn't bark the last time we saw him.
Yeah,
because the
call.
first two were really good, especially the second one when he gets him and he's like, "That's two." He's like counting them out. But my other scene stealer was the landlady.
I think the landlady, and I forced Alyssa to watch this with me. I like the landlady gets me every time. That is something I remember from my childhood, like teenage years. Like, yeah, I remember guys in high school doing that thing that she does all the time, and oh my god,
I think every time we see her with a cigarette in her hand too, she just throws it on the ground. It's like inside, outside. She was like smoking in the bed at one point and just flicks it over, like so gross.
Oh my gosh, she is disgusting.
They do a really good job because we know her from Dumb and Dumber.
Yeah,
and she's a very nice looking old lady. So like the contrast is, man, they did an amazing job.
She did amazing. Like, good for her. Like, to just say, okay, I'm in this movie. I'm committed to this. She's in There's Something About Mary in an equally gross role. Not as gross as this one, but she's the super tan lady in There's Something About Mary.
Oof, I don't remember it. It's been too long.
You need to go back and watch that movie because she's like super tan, and like at one point he's like spying on her. Yes, orange, and like she's topless in one of the scenes. It like the fact that she commits to the Farrelly brothers' insanity has something. Like, she's great. Good for her. I think this does work better for men than it does for women in the comedy aspect.
Very true.
Yeah.
Be nice to women.
Be nice to women, please, Claudia. Please be nice to Claudia. She needs it. Yeah, those are probably the best scenes. I will also throw, as a scene stealer, even though he's a very big character, I think Big Ern. I think Ernie. Bill Murray's
is at his most insane.
Some of the best lines in this movie come from Bill Murray. He is just great and hilarious, and he's evil at the same time, but at the same time you're like, you can't stop watching him. It's good. He's so good.
He's scumbag.
Yeah
Big time.
Now Ishmael is my favorite character.
Yeah, I put him down for like best character, and I think my personal choice for best acting in the movie. I thought it was Randy Quaid. So
I agree with that. And that's nothing to say about Roy. Like, I think Woody Harrelson's doing a good job as Roy. I think Roy's a fine character. He's got some really good bits in the movie too. It's just it is Ishmael and Ernie, I think, just take this movie and run with it. Like, they're the best parts of this movie. But speaking about lines, what are some of your favorite lines from this movie?
I got quite a few.
I was about to say, this movie has a lot of lines. I tried not to like write down a ton, but there's some good ones.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll have quite a bit of overlap, but I'll just rapid fire a few here. So from Roy's dad early on, when he's talking about his talent, son, you put that in the bottle, you have something sweeter than Yoo-hoo.
That seems so wholesome. I love that.
Yeah, I love that. And I think he says it again like later on. Yeah, when he first meets Ishmael and like sees his talent, he's like, sweeter than you. He says it to himself. So like when Roy's leaving his shithole place and there's one of the guys on the porch, his name's Herb. He says, "Hey Herb, how's life?" And Herb says, "Taking forever."
When he said that,
that's my favorite quote from the whole movie.
Taking forever.
Gosh.
When he said that, I think I turned into Alyssa. I was like, same.
Vibe. What a vibe.
What a vibe. I was like, Herb, man, you would hate 2026. I promise you.
Forever. Oh my gosh. I got a couple other real short ones, and then I'll throw it over your way. Right before Ishmael leaves and they're fighting, I can't remember how they got here, but Roy said something about a shit cloud coming, and Ishmael thinks he's like being serious. And there's like another couple at the hotel parking lot or whatever. He's like, "Hey everybody, there's a shit cloud coming. Run for your lives."
That gave me do you ever see The Jerk? Have you ever seen The Jerk?
Ooh, I don't think so.
Oh my gosh. Wait,
I have. That's
Steve Martin.
Steve Martin. I always want to call him Martin Short for some reason.
I mean, they're always together.
People, but yes, I have actually seen it.
Yeah, there's a part in The Jerk where the dog, Shithead is the dog's name in The Jerk. Says that he thinks that the dog is warning him that there's a fire in the hotel, and so Steve Martin knocks on everybody's door. "There's a fire! Everybody get out! Everybody come out! Run for your lives!" That's what it reminds me of.
Awesome.
The Jerk is probably one of my favorite comedies of all time.
I know that. I think that's why I just watched it for the first time a couple of years ago because of you. So
that is a movie that I saw later in life and enjoy the heck out of. If you're a big fan of comedies, The Jerk is up there. I would love to know your opinions on The Jerk. Anybody's opinions. So, what else? Did you have another short one?
The classic "Who You Calling a Psycho" that he yells at the guy at the bar when they're just sitting in silence was very funny. The little kid from the commercial. "Sometimes when I wake up in the morning, Mr. McCracken's already there."
The commercial is incredible.
Yeah, I think that put that down for my WTF.
Yeah.
But you go ahead with some of yours.
Well, I just want to ask you one question. What is it about good sex that makes me have to crap? I guess it's all the pumping. Pump and dump. You really jarred something loose, Tiger.
Disgusting, but very funny.
Very funny.
Oh man! And her delivery was so good.
I have a short one. Whenever Claudia is in the car with them, and she talks about his prosthetic hand, and she's like, "I bet you have a tough time like spanking the monkey." And Ishmael, who is absent-minded, doesn't know a lot about the world, says, "You have a monkey?
You have a monkey?"
So those are a couple of mine. Go ahead.
The world can really kick your ass. I only have a vague recollection of when it wasn't kicking mine. From Roy. That was a good one. When Claudia gave him a kick to the groin.
I love that one.
At one point, he said, "You must have a really wide foot because you got both of them."
In the first time that they're running their grift or their con, he's like, "Oh, you two are dictionary salesmen? I would never have thought that." He said, "You would be punctilious in assuming that." I love that line. I think that's so funny. Such a small thing.
Here's a question from. Well, never mind. I'm not going to put myself on blast.
No,
is that what is that the correct
punctilious? Yes, okay. I looked it up. I looked at that is not a word that I know. And it means showing great attention to detail, etiquette, or correct behavior. Okay. So yes.
So they use it. I thought maybe it was a joke, like he was using it a word incorrectly, but I meant to go back and look it up.
Yeah, I did. Anyways. I got you.
Nice.
I got you.
Nice.
Man.
You got me covered, man.
I got you covered. Big Earn in their first tournament, the Odor Eaters 79. He's doing commentary while Roy is bowling, and Big Earn says he's got one foot in the frying pan and one in the pressure cooker. Believe me, as a bowler, I know that right about now. Your bladder feels like an overstuffed vacuum cleaner bag, and your butt is kind of like it's kind of like an about to explode bratwurst.
About to explode bratwurst.
Detailed, but I love it.
It was great.
What else? I got a couple. I've got a lot more, or not a lot more, but I've got a few.
Let's see. Oh, when Big Ern was getting interviewed before the final tournament, which opponent poses the biggest threat to you in the tournament? Me. If I get drunk, fall down, and hurt myself, I might lose.
Another early Big Ern line that I have is whenever he's, having dinner with Roy and they're getting ready to go off on the road or whatever, and he orders Tanqueray and Tab, I think. That's what he said. What a great, we should be drinking those right now. But he says, keep them coming, sweets. I got a long drive. Do me a favor, will you? Would you mind washing off that perfume before you come back to our table?
So, hey,
keep them coming. I got a long drive. I want to say that the next time to a bartender. Just be like, keep them coming. I got a long drive.
Man, I feel like, did we get a joke like that in one of the past weeks? Maybe not. Maybe I'm thinking of something else. Anyways.
You're drunk.
Probably. Take that, you freaky piece of shit. You don't mow another guy's lawn. When Roy is punching Ishmael to try and keep them all from getting beaten up.
It's very reminiscent of Dumb and Dumber.
Oh my gosh.
Seabass
and Seabass were like that the same.
Roger Clemens is the person that is Skidmark in this movie. Roger Clemens. Yeah,
famous baseball pitcher.
The pitcher. Yeah, that's Roger Clemens. Yeah, they're good at getting, Brett Favre's in There's Something About Mary. We've got Roger Clemens in this one.
Just sneaking them in there.
They just love them in there. They lump them in there. It's great. Well, he blessed you too, and I'll give you a clue what it is. It's round and it has 3 holes, and you stick your fingers in it. And Ishmael responds, "You leave Rebecca out of this, mister." I'm surprised we didn't get more bowling ball 3-hole jokes in this movie. But
that might have been. Is that the only one?
I think that's the only one we got. I'm glad we got one though.
Whole movie. Wow. You gotta have at least one.
You gotta have one of those. What else?
I think that was all I had.
I got a couple more that I have here. Some of them moved into my biggest laugh moments, but I'll go with the last few that I have here. Whenever he convinces Ishmael to start smoking, and he's like, "You want a coffee?" He's like, "Oh no, I don't want a coffee. Those are, that's a stimulant. We don't do that." He's like, "What do you think this is? What do you think a cigarette is?" And then Ishmael goes, "All right, make it an extra large, 2 sugars, lots of cream." Lots of cream.
Lots of cream.
Roy says, "Oh, you care about the kid, huh? Well, I got a news flash for you, Mother Teresa. Just because you spend most of your time in missionary position doesn't make you a missionary." Burn. Ishmael says, "I don't want to be the one to tell him, but with those narrow hips, that girl couldn't have had more than 6 or 7 children." I also love that he references the Big Ern's hips as well.
Oh yeah.
Later it is. Yeah, it's good. And then at the very end of the movie, when they're driving away, they say, "Bye." Some extra says, "Bye, Brother Munson." And then they say, "Bye, whore."
Bye, whore.
So those are the looks like it. Yeah, those are the quotes that stuck out to me. I've got more in my biggest laugh because those are going to be good.
Laugh?
Yeah. Any other quotes from you before we go?
That's all from. Yeah, I think you covered my other ones, so that's it.
All right, biggest laugh, cry, scare, or thrill in this movie. I think there's no cries, scares, or thrills, but
well, there's a scare.
Oh, there is a scare. Yeah.
It's a recurring scare.
It's like Jabba the
Hutt. Honestly, we haven't touched on it at all, which is great for me. But the part that I laughed at the hardest in the entire movie happens in like the first 2 minutes.
Oh, okay.
When young Roy is like coming to see his dad at the gas station and tries to jump that fence and eats shit and like breaks the fence. I had to pause the movie immediately to laugh.
It's like this is getting off to a good start here. My gosh.
Yeah.
We've already talked about one of my number ones, which is the hair in this movie and how ridiculous it gets. Like Roy's hair is crazy at times. Like she even licks her finger and like puts it down at one point. But Big Ern's hair at the end of it, I posted the Instagram pictures of him holding the ball up, and his hair is just everywhere. Oh my gosh, the hair in this is a star. It's a character of its own.
Is it so? Bill Murray or Catherine O'Hara from last week?
Bill Murray's hair, I think, takes it. I think, like, I love Catherine O'Hara's hair in Waiting for Guffman, but the uncontrollable nature of Bill Murray's hair and how just crazier it gets as it goes on. Chef's kiss, seriously. Chef's kiss. We already kind of talked about one of my big ones, which is Ishmael as a stripper.
Oh man.
Because he leans into it so hard. He's so wholesome. He thinks that he's getting paid for the lap dances here. And then they're like, no, you're going to have to work this off. And he just leans into being a dancer at this club so hard and is very into it before he gets saved.
How long do we think he's stripping? Like he's already.
Yeah, I don't know the time.
A decent routine. Like when we see
people
him,
like him. He's a star there. He's got a career.
What could have been, you know?
That is true. What could have been
by the guy that ran the club is from that weird bad guy from Kindergarten Cop.
Oh yes, he is. Oh,
I think that's the only other thing I've seen him in before. He's got very
I love the '90s so much because there's so much of that. Just so many of those guys that are just like, hey, I know you from that movie. Yeah, I know you from that. What did you have any others? I'm sorry, I've got a couple more, but
no. The only other thing I had was I thought the Disco Inferno moments at the beginning and at the end were very funny, like compared to each other. So at the beginning of the movie, there's that whole like everybody's vibing and surrounding him while he's bowling. He grabs like a piece of pizza from somebody at one point when he's like walking through. They do the same thing when he gets to the tournament later and he grabs this guy's food and the guy's like, hey, what are you doing? Give me that back. And the music does like a hard cut. It was great.
It's good. I like when Ernie is sitting at the table eating again and he looks back at those women and he says,
gosh.
Hi, not you. Hi. To the other lady.
Bless.
Which there's a fun fact around that one too. Because a lot of Bill Murray, this is a fun fact, I'm going early, but a lot of Bill Murray's lines in this movie are improvised, as you would expect from Bill Murray. He improvised that whole bit because it has nothing to do with the plot. And he ended up apologizing to the lady that he said, not you to, because he was like, this is just a bit. Like, please do not think that I am being mean to you. Which is good Bill Murray. And then this is a one-line thing, but it did really make me laugh is when Ishmael says, wow, it's kind of intimidating to be in the presence of so many great athletes. And then the next scene is just like showing all these middle-aged men that are not in shape at all and just like smoking and drinking and just bowlers, just being bowlers, you know?
I felt like I felt like there was like a undercurrent of that, like with the whole like final tournament, like making fun of bowling almost for like the last act of this movie, which was kind of weird after
like
the movie. But...
yes, kind of celebrating it so much.
Yeah.
It was a strange take, but hey, I don't know. If you're a bowler, if you're a professional bowler, I'd be curious to see how you like
how
this
much
movie.
You weigh?
How
many cigarettes you smoke?
How big a boy are you?
Just how big a boy are you?
What any other biggest laughs that you had?
That's it for me.
All right, now it's time for our most ridiculous moments. The WTF.
Okay.
I've got one that sticks out crazy, but go ahead, please.
I've got a few. So this was a really big WTF initially until I understood it more, but the whole like indecent proposal moment.
Oh yeah.
That Chris Elliott's character. When that first was happening, I was like, why? And then it hit me that like, oh, this has happened before in a different movie that we've done.
Very first season.
So yeah, I came around on it a little bit more, but it was still just like out of nowhere.
Alyssa turns to me and she goes, "Indecent proposal," and I was like, "You didn't watch that movie, but I'm proud of you."
She still clocked it. It took me forever.
Yeah.
I was like, I think I was writing down like the WTF when I finally was like, wait a minute. Now I get it.
Yeah.
So, but I left it on there. We already mentioned the Unified Fund commercial is just insane from top to bottom.
I should have put that on my biggest laughs.
It reminded me of on The Office when Spader's character is like going off to like help Romanian women or whatever he says. Help. Yeah. It reminded me, it was like that same like creepy, like you're not helping women, you're being predatory.
when he snaps her skirt.
Oh my God.
And says deeper to, like he says deeper to the kid or whatever, go deeper. It's like, this is not great, but
crazy.
Still kind of funny. Yeah.
My other just like general WTF is like the entire plot of the movie. Just like Roy, I guess, doesn't realize for the 17 years that he can still bowl even with the prosthetic.
True.
Until he has to. It's like, oh, I've wasted 17 years of my life when I could have been still bowling just as good as I did.
I thought that he was going to bowl, but he was going to bowl with the hook and not the prosthetic. And I was like, okay, this is a little bit of like disability.
Did he have just a two hooker?
He did have the two hooker thing.
Three? Okay.
I think it was a two hooker, but I was still like, maybe he could get like some modified ball or something that he could use, not with the actual prosthetic hand that, we get that funny bit where the hand gets stuck and it rolls down, but he gets a strike. It's good there. All right, let me ask you a question, because this is my biggest like WTF. What was the jail scene?
The jail scene
where they're getting hosed down. Did you see that?
The jail scene where they're getting hosed down?
There's a bunch of like naked dudes and they're getting hosed down.
When does that happen?
That wasn't in your movie?
That was in my cut. Yeah. Where'd you watch it?
I have a copy of it. Like
I watched it on Pluto.
Which is like the Blu-ray version, but maybe this is an extended edition that I have.
When does that happen?
It happens like once they get to Reno. And help me out, Chad, if you remember any of this part, but like all of a sudden there is a cut in this movie, and then they are in like a jailhouse getting hosed down, like they're getting ready to go to prison, and you see all these naked men and like their butts and everything are out and everything. Maybe I have an extended version.
Yeah, that was not on Pluto.
Why?
I'm gonna have to go back. So there was no context to them.
Nothing. Not a single thing. It's just like they're at the hotel or they're in Reno and then they're in the jail thing. And then we don't see it and then they pop back out and they're not at the jail anymore. It's like in the middle of the tournament. Yeah.
What? That's so weird. I'm going to have we're going to have to do some research into that to see why and what happened.
It was out of nowhere.
Yeah.
So maybe it is an extended cut version, but like I was looking at the I feel like there's a lot of scenes that in an extended version that we didn't get. Some I don't know, maybe they cut it from Pluto, maybe I have an extended version, I don't know. But this movie was too close to 2 hours for me to need something like that in it. It was ridiculous. Just to see some butts.
Well, it sounds like even if it was an extended cut, like it wasn't cut very well because we don't know why that's in there.
I'm so like, it is confused. It is so confusing to me. So yeah, go back and look that up.
Yeah, I will. That sounds like the king of WTF.
It was so out of place. It was crazy. So that's it. Yes.
You got a bootleg copy? Was somebody splicing something in there?
Maybe. It was Woody Harrelson's butt, naked butt.
Nobody see more butts than you, Uncle Tony?
I am Uncle Tony in this. I saw a lot of butts. So many butts. Any other ridiculous moments for you?
Nah. We can move on.
All right. Best music moment.
I said hands down the Blues Traveler concert at the very end.
At the very end, that's a good one.
But I also did have an honorable mention to the Showdown song, Electric Light Orchestra, when they're doing like the Big Earn versus Roy bowl off. So
I also wanted to give for all you Tony Hawk players out there, the song Superman was in this movie a lot. That was in this like 3 times. I think they cut to the song Superman by Goldfinger. Give it up, give it up, give it up. Da-da-da, da-da-da-da-da-da. Oh man, it brought me back to Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 so hard. It's a classic song. That was the other one that I had, other than the Blues Traveler, but anyway song.
Yeah,
which is pretty good. Also, did you notice that the lead singer of Blues Traveler, John Popper, he is like the MC of the bowling tournament thing. Like I
did not notice, but I did write that down when I saw it on the fun facts.
I was like,
how did I miss that?
I thought it was him, and I was like, oh yeah, I knew Blues Traveler was in this, and then I didn't know that they were going to have like a full blown Amish concert at the end of the movie where Blues Traveler was going to be singing. But I was like, hey, that's John Popper. I know that guy with his big old chops.
I missed it during, but cool little Easter egg.
Cool little Easter. They like to throw a lot of cameo stuff in there. I did not know the band that was singing the national anthem. I had to look those people up because I was like, I'm sure there's somebody, but when I looked them up, I was like, I don't have any idea who this person is.
Anytime they like cut specifically to people like that, I'm like, oh, that's probably somebody.
It's probably
But
there were a lot of like famous. I think there were actually like bowling professionals in this movie too.
Yeah,
I don't know who those. It's kind of like Happy Gilmore. There's some of those golfers in there that I'm like, I don't know who you are, bro.
You got to brush up on your PBA lore, man.
I do. I need to get back into the PBA. Who do you think you are? I am.
Get you back on the circuit, man.
With my 120 average, probably.
We'll get you up to 270.
I think my sister is a bowler. I need to learn from her.
I wish you gotta get your rubber hand.
Ooh, call me the Rubber Man.
Rubber Man.
All right, now it's time for F, Marry, Kill. Put your F, Marry, Kills in the chat if you've got them, or if you're here. And if you're not, we have those on Twitch for people to participate in. If you're watching us on Twitch, I know some of you are watching on YouTube, but we've got those on Twitch if you want to participate as we are going along. I think this is a pretty easy 1, 2, 3 here for the F, Marry, Kill. I don't know if it's an easy one, but your 3 characters for F, Marry, Kill, thank you, is Ishmael, Roy, and Ernie McCracken himself. I think all of them have their.
Are we doing younger Roy,
No.
younger Ernie?
No, I want them at the. I want to do the end of the movie.
End of the movie. Okay.
Yeah.
So we know who it's going to be if we're qualifying with hair, but I mean, you can't marry Big Ern. He's funny.
He's not
funny,
marryable.
but man, he's a piece of shit and not nice to women.
He's nicer to women than our random gangster.
I'll give you that. Okay, I think marrying material is probably Ishmael.
Yeah.
And then who are we killing? You know,
one of them's got two hands.
I'm gonna kill Roy.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna Ernie. I think, you know, if we're doing a one and done fling, I think we know who the better time is going to be.
You know what? I think I agree with you. Straight down the middle, I agree with you because of all the same. I think Ishmael will be a great husband. He's a good, you know, he seems like a nice guy. He might not know a lot of things. You're going to live a simple life with him. But I think I agree with that. And I think I go Big Ern because I will say in that commercial, none of those girls look like they're dissatisfied. Like they think Ernie is disgusting. I don't think anybody has ever found Ernie disgusting besides Claudia. She did not like Ernie, but the other people, like sometimes, you know, Big Ern's already there when I'm home or when I wake up in the morning. Like, I don't think those moms are necessarily upset.
Yeah, I don't think so either. And I mean, if they are upset, we wouldn't have seen him in the commercial. You know?
That's true. He is a champion too. He's probably got a lot of money.
He's got $1 million.
Oh, he's got $1 million.
But man, some of the shit he's saying at the end, like, I'm above the law now. I can do whatever I want. I'm just like, oh my God.
I think those little lines are so funny.
You are insane. Like that's not what money means, bro. I mean, it kind of does too.
It kind of does, yeah. No, I think that's a good, clear one. All right, so who do you think gave the best performance in this movie?
Oh, I think
you already said yours. Yeah,
I said Randy Quaid.
Randy Quaid. I think Randy Quaid and Bill Murray, I give them a tie in this movie. I think they're both giving the best. Like, this is kind of like the high point, I think, of Randy Quaid. Maybe, I don't know, Cousin Eddie in Christmas Vacation. Good.
But, I mean, not Randy Quaid's popping off in 96.
We're going to get another. Yeah, we'll see him again later this year. We see him in our in the credits for this, or the opening credits for this. Like, Randy Quaid's got it going on. He may not have quite the career now. I think he's a little bit crazy now.
Ooh.
Yeah.
What kind of crazy?
I think he's like conspiracy theory crazy.
Ooh, my favorite kind of crazy.
Yeah,
like from the outside. From the outside.
Yeah. We don't
want to be in there. But...
You want to do an entire conspiracy theory pod? 52 conspiracy theories? Can
we get Randy Quaid on?
We can get it. I can think of a few people we can get on here.
Oh,
Randy Quaid. Yeah. We could get a few people on here. I think it'd be great. But yeah, I think he 96. Is this like peak Randy Quaid?
Maybe. Even though I didn't realize it, I'm my first instinct is kind of like you. I'm thinking like Cousin Eddie era is probably his peak, but maybe not.
I think so. I think we're at the high point of his career. Good job, Randy Quaid.
Good on him.
96 is your year. I'm giving it to you. We'll see you again at the end of the year when we do our voting. All right. Let's recast this movie. We can do 96. We can do 2026. However you want to do it.
I did not do a good job here. I've just got a few.
I did not do a good job in 96. I don't even think I did a good job in 2026, to be honest with you. But 96, I also kind of pulled in what they wanted, like some of the fun facts about who they initially wanted for this. And I was like, yeah, that's not bad.
Yeah. And I think, with our comedy movies, like we start hearing the same names over and over again. Like there's a circle of people that are like the funny guys and gals of this time. So, but I've only got 2 recasted for 96. Just because of the hair and Dumb and Dumber, I said Jeff Daniels as Ishmael.
Yeah, I had him down too.
So much. It was like almost the same character. Feels like at times.
You were testing me.
Oh man. And then I said, I'm not super happy with this, but I put Charlie Sheen for Roy.
Okay, I like that. I actually really like that. Charlie Sheen as Roy is really good. I think that might even be better than who they wanted for Roy, which was Michael Keaton. Is who they wanted for Roy. Yeah, I don't think Michael Keaton fits there.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
I really like Charlie. And Charlie Sheen has good comedy chops too. I mean, Hot Shots, like he's super funny.
That's what I was thinking, like Hot Shots Part 2.
And I think he could pull off the hair thing. Like, I think he could do it. I think it'd be very funny. Scary Movie 3. I think Charlie Sheen again. Like, he's really funny.
He is funny.
Well, at this time, he's kind of a POS, but who isn't?
Most funny people are,
Who else did you have?
That's all I got for 96. Yeah.
So their original casting choices that they wanted was Chris Farley as Ishmael, which I'm not mad about.
Ooh, I could get in on that.
Michael Keaton as Roy, which I think is bad. I think Charlie Sheen is a much better casting choice there. Jim Carrey, they wanted to join back up with Jim Carrey. They frequent collaborate with Jim Carrey. They wanted him for Big Earn.
Okay, I could see it working. I don't think you can recast Bill Murray in 96 better though.
Robin Williams might give him a run for his money here.
Yeah, maybe.
Just in the I could come up with anything on the spot and be funny.
Yeah.
I think Bill.
I don't know, man. Robin Williams. I'm trying to think of something where he's sleazy,
Yeah, that's the hard one.
That's.
I mean, other than 1 Hour Photo and Insomnia, but those don't really count.
It's more yeah.
He's just a bad person in those.
Yeah. Creepster.
A creeper. Do you have anybody for 2026?
I've got 2 for 2026 as well. Ishmael, I guess, was just easier for me to think about. So
that was the one I had a tough time with.
Really? So I kind of jumped out. I saw what you had said about Chris Farley in the fun facts. And I was like, ooh, connecting dots. Bobby Moynihan is who I said for Ishmael.
Okay. I love Bobby Moynihan. That's funny.
He's very funny. And I think he could play the kind of dumb guy too.
Mm-hmm.
And then I had for Big Earn, I wish this would work as well as it does in my head, but I said Danny DeVito. I don't think it would actually work.
I don't think
so
either.
In my head, I'm plug Frank straight in there, and he'll do it.
He's great. Anybody for Roy?
I couldn't come up with anybody for Roy.
I thought maybe 10 years ago, Ryan Reynolds would be a good Roy.
Ooh.
But 10 years ago, not now. Thought Wyatt Russell, maybe for a Roy. He's kind of got a Woody Harrelson vibe to him a little bit.
Yeah, I like that.
I had John Mulaney as Big Earn.
Ooh, I'd like to see that.
Another Chicago guy there. Fit in for that Bill Murray thing. And then I really struggle with Ishmael. I said Michael Cera.
Okay. I mean,
I haven't seen him in Phoenician Scheme yet, but I feel like that's
seen him, man. The Running Man.
The Running Man, which he's super funny in, and the best part of that whole movie, in my opinion. So that's what I went with.
I like it.
If y'all have any better ones, please put them in the chat.
Anybody as Claudia?
Yeah, Claudia, she was good. I will say that I liked her. I thought she was fun. I wish I knew any of the movies that she had been in after this. Like, I don't think she had much of a career after Kingpin. I think she had a career. That's not to say she didn't, but like, I don't think she went on to do like a ton of big stuff. I think she's more of a TV actress and ended up doing a lot of stuff there. So she was fine.
Yeah.
It's just kind of like when we did like Billy Madison and stuff, like even Happy Gilmore, like just insert any person here. It's not a well-written female character.
Yeah.
So just take a paycheck kind of thing.
Super developed. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Fun facts time. Did you know? What are some of the fun facts that we haven't already said?
We have said some that I wrote down. Excuse me. So I was glad to see this in the list of things because I was so curious about it when it came up. The first when they do their first hustle at that bowling alley and they're like going up to a bowling alley, I was like, why would a bowling alley not be ground level?
Ground level, yeah.
Yeah, is that real? But turns out that was at an actual bowling alley called Beaver Valley Bowl in Rochester that was on the 3rd floor. And I was like, okay, so that was apparently a thing. Fun for me, not really that fun. At the Reno tournament, they filled the back rows of the fans celebrating with cardboard cutouts, which I thought was funny. I guess the funnest one that I wrote down was that in the final scene, Bill Murray actually bowled a turkey, like the 3 strikes in a row.
I love that. That's awesome.
Insane. Yeah. So like you get genuine reactions from the crowd for Bill Murray while they're filming. So.
And they were like prepared. They were like, all right, extras, like this might take us a while for him to get 3 in a row or whatever. So just bear with us. Did it the first time.
Insane.
And they reacted appropriately. So yeah, even the cardboard cutouts.
Even I mean, they're always reacting appropriately. Mm-hmm. That's why we use them. The only other thing I wanted to mention, it's not really a fun fact so much, but at one point when it gets quiet, somebody yells "Attaboy Luther," like the shout out to the Ghost and Mr. Chicken with Don Knotts, like the running joke in that. So we say that a lot in our household, "Attaboy Luther." So I was excited to hear that get thrown out.
Look at you. Look at you and the Ghost and what is it? The Ghost and
Mr. Chicken.
Mr. Chicken, yeah.
What about you? What you got?
One of my favorite ones, like I said, we covered a lot of these, but one of my favorite ones is that they actually met with Michael Richards, who plays Kramer on Seinfeld, to discuss a role in the movie. But that conversation didn't go really well, and they kind of had a disagreement between the Farrelly brothers and Michael Richards. And Richards ends up excusing himself to go to the bathroom in their office, and he didn't end up returning for like a half an hour. So they ended up breaking down the door and discovered that he climbed out the window and left.
And that's why he's not in the movie.
And that's why he's not in the movie. So
what? Why don't you just? That's so dramatic.
Yeah, that's very dramatic.
That's Kramer.
He's probably on cocaine at that point too. Who knows? Bringing coke back into it. The scene where Ishmael's walking down the highway and the Native American truck, the truck full of Native Americans throws trash at his feet, is supposed to be a mimic of that commercial from I think the 70s where somebody threw trash at a Native American man's feet and he ends up crying a single tear. So that's a callback to that old movie or old commercial about
that's
litter.
Good. I'm glad you said that because I I was so lost on that one. I was like, this is some inside joke I don't know about.
And in the original trailer, Roy chops off Buttercup's legs at the knee, explaining why the horse is so much shorter than just the hooves.
Oh, we didn't mention Buttercup at all.
We did not mention Buttercup.
Which I meant to actually write that down, I think, in one of my biggest laughs when they're having that discussion and we know that he's supposed to be de-shoeing the horse in the background and has no idea what he's doing. And there's like chickens flying. There's a saw sound happening. And the horse is just all while they're having this conversation in the foreground. Yeah, that was very funny.
Oh, it's good.
And Buttercup is very tiny now.
Yeah, he's a much shorter horse now.
Oh my gosh.
Any other fun facts that you got from this?
That's all I got. I think we've talked about all the rest of them.
Yeah, I agree. Like a Fine Wine and Dish, if you could pair this movie with another movie for a double feature, what would you choose? You can go ahead with the one that we both have if you want.
Sex Drive!
Sex Drive, baby!
Yeah. You love to pair it with anything.
I mean,
this was actually a really good pairing.
Yes, it really is.
We got Amish country. We got a concert in Amish country by like an real
band,
established band.
We got a road trip.
Road trip.
Yep. Yeah. With a girl.
With
two guys and a girl.
With a three. Yep. It's just so much.
Just take out bowling and insert sex, and that's the. That's what he's trying to do. But the only thing they were missing is Rex. They don't have really a good replacement for Rex in Kingpin.
Yeah.
If you all haven't seen Sex Drive, that's a requirement to watch this podcast. So
now is a great time to watch it. It's just like this movie.
Exactly.
Except sexier.
Sexier. Watch the unrated version.
Trigger warning.
Trigger warning. So many dicks. What else? Give me another one before I go.
I don't have any like real unexpected ones. I said Big Lebowski, like we've mentioned, because bowling. Duh. I said Dumb and Dumber because Farrelly Brothers. Duh. I said Happy Gilmore, which I feel like pairs really well. Kind of a similar story arc, and I also said Dodgeball. Same kind of thing. You got especially like the whole like announcers and ESPN angle, very similar. And then I said for just actors meeting up again, I said Zombieland.
Oh yeah, good one.
Groundhog Day.
Oh yeah, Chris Elliott.
Groundhog Day does not really match up well with this movie, but
But with the actors, I think it matches. Yeah.
So.
I had two separate from the ones that you said. I did have Dodgeball and Happy Gilmore as well, and Sex Drive, of course. I put Basketball in here for kind of its absurdity and just like leaning into the absurd. The jokes not always hitting, but going full on for it. Basketball is an obvious pairing, I think. And then also one of my favorites from my childhood is The Wizard. Which is about the two boys that are going to I don't remember if they're going California. This is where they're going, Los Angeles, to go to a video game tournament and split the prize money so that they can get his autistic brother out of a home where he's being treated. And so it's another road trip movie, two guys and a girl. You also get the premiere of Super Mario Brothers 3. The Wizard's one of my favorite childhood movies of all time. So
the kid was too good at Mario, man.
He was too good. He was good. Not Street Fighter. He was good at Double Dragon. Real good at Double Dragon. OG Double Dragon.
One of those frustrating. No, I'm thinking of a different game. Sorry.
Streets of Rage.
I'm thinking of Ghosts and Goblins.
Oh, yeah. Ghosts and Goblins, very, very hard, very difficult game. So, All right. On a rewatchability scale of 1 to 5, how likely are you to throw this one on again?
I put it right in the middle of the road. At 2.5.
Yeah.
There was quite a bit that worked, but there was quite a bit that didn't. And it just overall doesn't make any sense why this is a story.
I agree. There, and why it's middle of the road as opposed to like much lower rewatchability is because of the funny scenes that we have. Like, again, this is one of those things. We talked about it with like Happy Gilmore specifically, I think, where it's like I would take a clip from this movie, watch it on YouTube over and over and over again. So I think this movie has that. So, but I agree with you.
Give me the highlight reel.
Give me the highlight reel of this movie, and don't give me that weird prison scene that doesn't make any sense in this movie. I don't need that.
So curious about that. I can't wait.
Overall star rating. What do you give it?
I'm same 2.5.
Yeah. That's kind of. I'm a little disappointed in myself too. I thought that I'd be much higher on this movie. I gave it 2.5 stars. Very middle of the road for me. Laughed at very hard in parts, but then was confused in other parts. Like,
yeah, it definitely had moments, and I think if you can just watch it for the laughs and not as a movie that you're trying to make sense of, then it probably works a little bit better.
Yeah, and that's why I compare it to Caddyshack. Caddyshack's not as good as all the older generations tell you it is. I promise. And shots fired. Yeah, like go back and watch it. Truly. So that's still all the audience out there. It's not as good as you think it is. I promise.
What if I watch it and I love it?
Then great. I mean, there are so many funny parts. There, like the Chevy Chase and the Bill Murray of Caddyshack are so good. But if I ask somebody to like tell me what that movie is really about, like plot to like what is the full plot, I think they would struggle. I think they would really struggle. So, well, Joseph, we did it. We conquered Kingpin. Thank you so much again for hanging out and talking movies with me. Before we wrap up, you got a recent movie recommendation for me?
I did watch one movie this past week. And I'll count it a recommendation just for some of the surprises along the way. It's not the greatest movie, but Over Your Dead Body, which is the Jason Segel and Samara Weaving movie that's out in theaters right now. Yeah. It wasn't quite as good as I was wanting it to be, but it's good enough to recommend.
Yeah. Well, you're doing better than I am. I haven't really watched any movie. I did start. I am over halfway in the middle of The Bone Temple, the 28 years later, and I think I'm enjoying it better than I enjoyed the first one.
Wow, you really enjoyed the first one. So.
I did enjoy the first one. I think I like this one better so far.
Okay.
Maybe it's because of the monster dongs that are in it. I don't know, but the swinging everywhere. The Samson's just swinging that hammer around.
Yeah, I'll be interested. Maybe by next week we'll have
the full synopsis.
The full synopsis. Yeah.
Yeah. So, what if you want to tell us what you're watching, or you want to keep this conversation about Kingpin going? You can join our Discord server. There are links below, or wherever you're watching. Here, I think there's a link tree on all of them. If you can't find it, it's on YouTube, it's on Twitch, Spotify, however you're listening to this or watching this. You can follow us on Instagram. That's usually where I post the pictures of myself, where I put our faces on different characters. And that's also when I tell what the schedule is going to be. So do check that out. Or you can check out my Letterboxd to see what I've been watching lately. I know I haven't been doing a really good job, but next week, we're going to finish out our comedy month, even though we're going into the month of May, and that's April Fool's, blah, 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 whatever. We're finishing out comedy month with Beavis and Butthead Do America.
Wow.
I haven't seen this movie in 30 years, definitely. I look forward to it. We'll be live, hopefully, probably, without any... Next Sunday at 5 p.m. We'll see Joseph again for that one. But that's us for 52/1996. We'll see you next time. See you next week, baby.
Be nice to women. Wait.
Yeah. Your line. You hit your line. You be nice. You, everybody, all of you. Be nice to women.
Everybody.
Let's get out of here. Goodbye.
We spun the reel through desert storms and courtroom cries. Love letters burned, planes went down, truth hid behind the lies. From snowbound crimes in Fargo streets to agents running wires, we laughed with Gilmore, screamed in masks, lit theaters on fire. It's 52/1996, let the credits roll tonight. Good movies, bad movies, all of them in the same rewind. 1 year, 1 week, every frame gets its time to shine. We'll see you next year.
Next story. It's 52/1996. So rewind. Don't forget the fix.